Welcome to the Kanavos Show, everyone. I am your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and the author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases. So we have a very special guest tonight. We have the guest, Reverend Patricia Cagganello, and she is CEO and founder of Sacred Stories, an online media network. So welcome to the show, Patricia.
Thanks, Kat. I'm excited to be here.
So should we call you Reverend Patricia, or how would you like us to address you on the show?
Patricia's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Patricia, tell us a little bit about how you came to start Sacred Stories, which is a beautiful I love it. Sacred Stories. It just flows.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And I just want to say I'm really excited to be here and to share with your audience and my audience, kind of what we have going on, right? Because we have some exciting news to share. But so Sacred Stories is actually an expression or an evolution of my own spiritual journey and my own sacred story. And so what I realized a couple years in, as I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, how I was supposed to help contribute as I was having my own kind of expansion of my spiritual awakening, was that I talk and share and teach through stories, and that I am a sacred storyteller. And that and because we're sacred beings, I believe we're sacred beings, we're divine beings. And so Sacred Stories is an expression of me not only sharing my stories and wisdom and awarenesses, but opportunities for others, to share theirs as well. So that's how we started.
So not only are you an online media network with Sacred Stories, but you're also a publisher.
Mm-hmm.
And, publishers are a real enigma. People go, oh, you know a publisher? It's like, nobody ever really meets them. We hear about them, but we never really meet them. So tell me a little bit about how you got into publishing through Sacred Stories Media.
Yeah. So Sacred Stories Media is kind of the larger online media network, and it includes the publishing, self-publishing, and marketing and publicity we're going to talk about. And it's also podcasting, an online course division, magazine, and we did 8 series of a telesummit. So as I was really being called and was kind of following what I know to be my own divine guidance to help create opportunities for people to share their wisdom and their divine voices, we say, through my own experiences as being self-published and then published, because I'm also an author, I had experiences that I felt were, they were a little surprising to me. I didn't feel that I was, things that I didn't expect, where I didn't feel that, let's just say I felt that there needed to be more opportunities for people to share their works in a written form through book publishing than were maybe available in the industry. And so Sacred Stories Publishing was created specifically as a response to creating more opportunities for people to share their stories and their works.
So as a publisher, you publish conventionally published books. And conventionally published is where the author doesn't pay a single cent. The publisher carries all of that. And then you have hybrid publishing, which is where you go into partnership with the author and you split those costs, as it were. But that also includes promoting that work. And then you have one that I really liked, which was professionally self-published,
right.
Which, instead of just throwing the babe out there in the woods, you actually hold their hand while they go through the publishing, those publishing woods, is so that once they upload onto Amazon, they're not going to upload incorrectly, so that they're stuck with whatever it is. And I think that's really important. So give us an idea of what you do as a full publisher. What do you do?
Right, absolutely. So as you said, we have traditional publishing, and so we want to find the manuscripts that we absolutely love, and we know that there's a wonderful market there, but also the author is really committed, because it really does take a village, and it takes the authors, showing up and promoting. As you're an author, and it really takes a lot of work on the part of the author. But also, we believe it takes a village in multiple media platforms to really get your word out, and that's why there's podcasting and online courses and magazines and so forth. So we're looking for the manuscripts and the authors that really want to really take everything to the next level. What we found is that for one reason or another, maybe it didn't meet one of those criteria, there was many authors that we were kind of we didn't want to make the full investment, because we weren't really sure if there was going to be, the resonance with the author, with the story, or the author was really going to show up. And so we also offer the hybrid publishing, where we will take on the publishing cost, but we ask the author to make the investment in the marketing and the promotion that we do. But then we found that there were still authors that we really didn't meet all the needs, and we were turning a lot of people away who really just wanted support in self-publishing their book. And self-publishing has such a bad name. It really just has a bad rap. And so we decided that what we wanted to offer was a different way to self-publishing, a professional self-publishing, as you had mentioned, where we're really using the same professionals that we use to publish our traditionally published books. And we really work with the author with their own personal rep, and we make sure that it is very well done book the author has been taken care of, in addition to providing marketing support also to launch and get on their way. So we offer 3 different types of publishing, really wanting to meet the needs of all of the authors out there that have a work, fiction, children's, actually through adults, in what we consider the consciousness genre, which is spiritual, self-help, alternative health and wellness, the type of books that you write can't fit into that. So a wide swath, but works that we feel are in a higher consciousness.
Mm-hmm. And my first book, Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing, was actually hybrid published, because at that time I didn't have a large enough online following, and I didn't have magazines I was writing for, and I didn't have professional blog that I was writing for, and so it was almost impossible to get picked up by a conventional publisher. So I did hybrid publishing, and my book did very well, and I got all of those because I had the book as the key. Your book is your key to getting on TV, getting on radio, getting into magazines. Your book really is your key. And so by having that hybrid book, published book first, I was able to build up all those numbers. I was able to get the following that a conventional publisher was looking for. And now in my book, Dreams That Can Save Your Life, that I co-wrote with Dr. Larry Burke, boom, I got picked up by Inner Tradition, Simon & Schuster. So it just goes to show you, even hybrid, people are going, oh, well, if I cannot just be conventionally published, I'm not going to do it. Well, let me tell you something. It can get you in that door. So, can
I just make a point about that, though? Because I think is a real misconception is, in the world of traditional or conventional publishing also, if somebody is picked up by a larger publisher, I mean, and I know different people that have been, they may publish the book, but they don't do any marketing. And what they do then is they come back to the authors and they say, we'd like to publish a book. There's no marketing budget for it, and so it will be X amount of dollars if you'd like us to also market your book for you. So the kind of brass ring that many of authors go after, thinking the traditional publishing and spending all of their efforts going after that, unless you really are, as you said, Kat, a proven author with a proven sales record, a large enough platform. There's over 1 million books published a year. That's a big forest that you're trying to, be seen through. And so there's reasons, and it's not because publishers don't want to support authors, but it takes a lot for books to be sold. And so it's a business. So even if you're chasing the brass ring of traditional publishing, it doesn't mean that it's, the whole package as if you're a well-known best-selling author. Those types of contracts are very, very rare in today's landscape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And so somebody just sent me a text on my phone. That's what I was looking at. They wanted to know about your Owl magazine. They want to know what the magazine is about and how they would go about submitting an article.
Yeah. So the Owl magazine, it's on our website, sacredstoriesmedia.com, and then it's also on an online newsstand called Issue, where the online magazines are. If you go to our sacredstoriesmedia.com or the other one, you can see it's really it's a quarterly online magazine, and we talk about sharing art, beauty, universal wisdom. We really try to share what we feel are important, well-written articles and really beautiful content. So to submit an article, I would say you can contact us at the direct email is theowlpublication@gmail.com. We set up a separate account just for submission. So theowlpublication@gmail.com, or you could email us from our website's just contact forms.
Mm-hmm. And that would be a great way if some of our audience listening now is going, well, gosh, I think I'd really like to catch her attention because I would like her to be my publisher, whether it's conventionally or hybrid. I think one of the ways that you can catch her attention is to send in a really great article into Owl Magazine, because she's going to read your work. Mm-hmm. So then the other thing is, if somebody wants to be conventionally published by you, they need to do a book proposal. Isn't that correct? So that you can see all the things that you need to see to make the decision whether or not they are the right book for you to actually conventionally publish?
Yeah. So on our website, sacredstoriespublishing.com, we have all the information for traditional publishing, self-publishing, and hybrid is what we may offer you if, depending where you fall in there. All the submission requirements are there. A book proposal is wonderful. We really want to read your manuscript. We read the manuscripts. We have a team that reads manuscripts, and we make decisions. And there's a lot of information we ask you about. Part of it is your larger platform and your intention of where this book or this manuscript kind of fits into your larger work. So, a book proposal is wonderful, and we also want to read your manuscript and get some more information from you, and all of that's up there under our submission requirements.
So Patricia and I are actually working together to promote authors, whether they are published by Sacred Stories or not. And one of the things we do is an interview like this, but then we work on many other things, such as promoting your work, getting it out onto other magazines and into other blogs and so on and so forth. And so tell our audience how they can check out that package, Patricia.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say I'm super psyched about this. This is why we're kind of doing this tonight, is to kind of give the first preview of our collaboration. And so, again, going back to kind of takes a village, it takes collaborations, it takes networking. The Sacred Stories Media is a network on our own, but there's a big world out there, and there's a lot of networks and there's a lot of platforms. And so, what Kat and I have come together with, because Kat, is a wonderful interviewer and a tremendous promoter, and Sacred Stories is also, we're offering a marketing and publicity package, which is also on the website, sacredstoriespublishing.com, where we actually guarantee interviews and promotions for you. When I was first self-published, I was literally sold. I spent like probably $15,000 on my first book. It went nowhere. I spent $5,000 on 1 month of PR. I didn't get one interview. I mean, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I mean, I really kind of learned at the knees of the master, as I say, because I've been through this, and I want to do it better for other people. So Kat and I got together and we said, what can we do that really provides value for authors? And so on the website, and we're still adding additional media partners, because media partners realize, they say, yeah, absolutely, collaboration and is really the key. So we're providing actually 6 months of marketing and publicity for Sacred Stories Publishing, which includes your book page, which includes an interview with me and my podcast, a whole slew of interviews with media partners, and then a special additional promotional package with Kat, which is interviews on her shows, blog posts on the networks that you are a columnist for, Pathias and BizCat and Medium, a panel interview with Kat, and inclusions in both of our newsletters. It just goes on and on and on, and I'm psyched about it because it's real, guaranteed value, real promotions, real interviews that you can count on, not just that we're still going to reach out for more for you. We're still emailing every month. Kat will be doing 2 months of twice a week social media posts for you. We'll be doing once a week for 6 months of social media posts for you. It's an extraordinary, it's a $20,000 package. We're offering for just under $2,000 to work with Kat and her network and myself and my network in helping you, kind of get your word out there, get your book out there, and get the interviews that you deserve to have, to share what's Sacred Stories we call your divine voice. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm just thrilled that we're collaborating together, Kat.
Me too. And believe it or not, the time is up already. So quickly give us your website again, how we can find you, and
yeah, absolutely. So it's sacredstoriespublishing.com. Under the services tab, you'll see traditional publishing, professional self-publishing and marketing, and then Kat and I's collaboration under marketing and publicity. And I really hope you check it out and contact us.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. It's been great being on the show with everybody live. And remember, this is going to be blogged and it's going to be put into my article. So watch for it. It will be on my Facebook page, and it will also be on Reverend Patricia's Facebook page as well. So until next time, guys, have a great week, and we'll see you on the next Kanavos Show. Good night.
Good night.